Today, my persuasive speech is on immigration and it is titled Nosotros, Unidos, or United Together. Um, how would you feel if you offered refuge to someone in need of help and you brought them into your home, you gave them shelter, you gave them food, you gave them somewhere to live, some basic necessities, and the police or authorities came to your house and took those people, the strangers, away? Most likely you would feel upset, you would be confused because you brought them into your home and you gave them help which they needed but were not given by other people. Well, what if I told you that this is the case here in the United States, but at a larger scale, um, where thousands of undocumented immigrants are being deported each year without a chance to start a new life here in the U.S. and not given a chance to live out the quote unquote American dream. According to the website of the Immigration and Customs Enforcement, in the year 2019 alone, there were approximately 2067 267,000, deportations, which was more than 68% in the previous fiscal year. However, what has been done by the U.S. government and nonprofit organizations, um, what this has done is provide help and support to undocumented immigrants. Well, why should we care? Well, in California alone, more than 52% of the population is of undocumented immigrants, which is according to the website ppic.org. This goes to show is that there is a big population of undocumented immigrants not only in California but in the U.S. altogether. And because of these major deportations, a lot of the population has been decreased. At this point in time, I am going to go over three major talking points. The first being psychological effects, the second, support and help from U.S. or government, and the third being support from nonprofit organizations. Um, what we don't tend to see in the news a lot is what the psychological effects on children, specifically younger children who live with their parents, because they live with the constant threat of deportation. This causes reduced sleep and stress in the children who live in the fear of being separated from their children. This takes a heavy toll not only on the children but the parents as well, who have to be on constant look and being taking care of their children. Um, One major major cause of the stress is the camps or the detention centers that in which the children are being sent to, where they are in which they are separated from their parents. This is according to the website apa.org. Now I am going to be talking over what the US government has provided to help and support undocumented immigrants. Although we see and we hear on the news of the unfortunate circumstances in which undocumented immigrants have to live and go through each day, we do also see and hear of acts and support that the U.S. government has been provided, more specifically DACA, or otherwise known as Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, which in what it does is it is a policy for immigration that helps people who were brought to the U.S. as children while undocumented. This along goes in hand with the DREAM Act, or which also provides legal status to immigrated students who grew up in the United States, and then therefore provides and allows uh, U.S. Citizenship. This is according to the ADL.org. Um, Now, at this point in time, I am going to go over one major nonprofit organization called Unidos US, or US. Organizations such as nonprofit organizations such as Unidos US have been providing additional support along with DACA or Dream, which what they do is they advocate in reducing the number of deportations. In 2014, 336,000 to 470,000 undocumented immigrants were introduced into the formal economy thanks to a bill passed by the Senate, according to unidosUS.org. This was caused by the support and help from Unidos.org, which they also help they help introduce undocumented immigrants to the economy and our jobs. So how would you feel if you helped and support a stranger and the government or the authorities came and took that person away? You would feel upset and confused. Well, thousands of undocumented immigrants have been deported over the several years. However, because of the change and support from the U.S. government